If you cook at home, there's a good chance one of the 5 brands on this list is sitting in your fridge right now. It spreads easily on toast, melts beautifully over vegetables, and the packaging looks honest and familiar. But if you read the fine print and understand how these products are made, you may decide to use them less often, switch to a different version, or pick a brand that lines up better with what you want in your kitchen. This countdown walks through 5 popular butter and butter-like products that many viewers choose to limit, and then 2 options a lot of label readers prefer for their simpler ingredient lists and third-party standards. A quick note before we start, this is not medical advice. Formulations change, product lines vary, and the same brand can sell different recipes in different stores. If you have specific health questions, talk to your clinician. Today, read the current label on the exact package in your hand and check the brand's own website. Here's how this list works. We are ranking 5 brands that raise common label questions for viewers who want minimally processed dairy fat with predictable ingredients, then sharing 2 brands many people pick when they are shopping for pasture-forward or organic standards. The focus is on everyday grocery options you can actually find. The criteria include ingredient panels, the presence of oils or flavor additives in certain product lines, how transparent a brand is about sourcing, and whether there are easy ways for you to choose a version of the product that matches your preferences. Number 5 is Country Crock. This is where category lines matter. Country Crock's core products are vegetable oil spreads and plant-based butters, not traditional churned butter. That is not a secret, but the tubs often sit in the same refrigerated case, and the texture can be similar. If you are aiming for classic dairy butter with only cream and salt, Country Crock will not be the match, because the base is typically plant oils such as soybean or palm, plus water, salt, emulsifiers, sometimes natural flavor, and added vitamins. If you specifically want a plant oil spread for price, spreadability, or dietary reasons, that is a valid choice. Just buy it knowingly. If your goal is minimal processing and straightforward dairy fat for cooking or baking, a conventional butter or an organic butter will align better with that goal than a spread. A quick shopping tip: packages that say spread, plant butter, or made with oils are not the same as butter. U.S. butter is the legal standard of identity. If you want butter, look for sticks labeled butter with at least 80% milk fat and confirm the short ingredient list. Number 4 is Land O'Lakes. The name is iconic, and for a lot of families it is the taste of weekend pancakes and holiday baking. What should you know when you pick up a box? First, Land O'Lakes sells more than one kind of product. There are traditional sticks that list cream and salt. There are also whipped versions, spreadable tubs, and flavored products that may include additional ingredients like cultures, natural flavor, or oils depending on the line. If you prefer the simplest possible ingredient list, look for the classic salted or unsalted sticks and confirm that the panel reads cream and salt or sweet cream and salt. Second, many viewers care about the use of synthetic growth hormones in conventional U.S. dairy. U.S. regulations allow farmers to use recombinant bovine somatotropin in some herds, and while labels often include the standard FDA sentence about no significant difference, consumers who prefer to avoid it can look for packaging that states, "From cows not treated with RBST where available," or choose certified organic. Finally, color uniformity is not proof of anything by itself. Large dairies blend lots of cream to deliver a consistent look year-round. If you want the seasonal variation that comes with pasture-heavy diets, you will usually find it labeled as pasture-raised, or 100% grass-fed from brands that market that attribute. Bottom line for Land O'Lakes: if you want simple, reach for the 2 ingredient sticks, read the panel, and skip flavored or spreadable variants if those do not fit your preferences. Number 3 is Challenge Butter. Challenge has strong brand recognition in the Western US, and it occupies that premium-looking slot in the dairy case. As with any large brand, check which SKU you are buying. Challenge sells classic salted and unsalted butter sticks that list sweet cream and salt or similar, but it also sells spreadable and flavored products that can include canola oil or natural flavors to make the butter easier to spread or to create a specific taste. If your priority is unblended dairy fat, pick the stick butter and confirm the panel. If you prefer easy spreading from the fridge or a flavored butter for a specific dish, the spreadable versions are designed for that. Another factor some viewers track is sourcing. If avoiding milk from cows treated with synthetic growth hormones is important to you, look for on-package language to that effect, or choose certified organic butter. For baking, many bakers report that high-fat European-style butters and true two-ingredient sticks behave more predictably in laminated doughs and cookies than whipped or oil-blended spreads. In short, Challenge offers both. Pick the one that matches your use case. If you're after minimal ingredients, reach for the sticks. Clearly, this is not butter. It is a spread formulated from plant oils, water, salt, emulsifiers, natural or artificial flavors depending on the variant, and added vitamins. The upside for some shoppers is price, spreadability straight from the fridge, and specific macronutrient targets. The trade-off is that you are not buying dairy fat, and the ingredient list is longer because you need emulsifiers and flavors to create that butter-like experience from oils and water. If your reason for watching this video is to find a shortlist butter for sautéing vegetables, finishing steaks, or baking croissants, I can't believe it's not butter is not the product you're looking for, because it is not legally butter, and it will not behave exactly like butter in high-heat cooking or laminated doughs. If you do choose it as a table spread, read the exact variant. Some versions include canola and palm, others focus on canola and sunflower, and some offer original, light, or with olive oil flavor profiles. Match the choice to what you want, but be aware of the category difference. Number 1 is Kerrygold. For a lot of viewers, Kerrygold has been the default premium import associated with grass-based dairy. It is widely available, the flavor is rich, and the color tends to be deeper than many domestic butters. Here are the nuances to keep in mind. Kerrygold's positioning emphasizes milk from grass-fed cows, and Irish farms do have longer grazing seasons than many U.S. dairies. At the same time, from grass-fed cows does not necessarily mean 100% grass-fed year-round. In winter or during poor weather, herds commonly receive supplemental feed. That is normal for most pasture-based systems worldwide. If your personal line is 100% grass-fed with third-party verification of grazing hours and seasonal variation, you will want to check for programs that certify those specifics, or buy from smaller producers who publish grazing metrics. Large brands blend cream from multiple co-ops to keep flavor and color steady month to month. That can be a positive for consistency, but it will look less seasonal than a small batch, single-farm butter. If you love Kerrygold for flavor and cooking performance, there's nothing wrong with that. If you are paying a premium specifically for verified grazing targets or organic certification, read what the package and the website actually promise so your expectations match the product. Now, after walking through 5 brands that raise common label questions, here are 2 options many viewers choose when they want clearer standards printed on the box and a simple ingredient list they can rely on. Safer pick number 1 is Vital Farms pasture-raised butter. People reach for Vital Farms when they want a pasture-forward brand that builds transparency into its marketing. The sticks list cream and salt or unsalted cream only. The company publishes sourcing information, and packages often invite you to learn more about the farm. The color can vary through the year because pasture intake changes by season, which some viewers consider a positive sign of real-world agriculture. If you prioritize pasture access, third-party animal welfare standards, and a short ingredient list, Vital Farms checks those boxes. Expect to pay more than conventional butter. Many viewers reserve it for finishing, sauces, or baking projects where flavor and fat structure matter most. Safer pick number 2 is Organic Valley Pasture Butter. Organic Valley is a farmer-owned cooperative with USDA organic certification for shoppers who want organic dairy by rule, plus pasture claims. This is a common choice. The ingredient panel is short. Seasonal color shift is normal. Organic certification means no synthetic growth hormones are permitted and feed standards apply. If you want organic plus a pasture emphasis without going all the way to small batch, single farm prices, Organic Valley Pasture Butter is a practical middle ground that a lot of families can find in regular supermarkets. Before we wrap, here's a quick buyer's guide you can use in the aisle in under 30 seconds. If you want classic butter for cooking and baking, look for sticks labeled butter, then flip the box. The simplest panel will read cream and salt or just cream. If you want organic, look for the USDA organic seal. If you want pasture forward, look for the words pasture raised, and check the brand's website for how they define pasture time by season. If you want European-style higher milk fat content for croissants or shortbread, look for 82% milk fat on the label. If you want spreadability, straight from the fridge, you are likely looking at whipped or oil-blended spreads. Those can be convenient, but they are not the same as butter for high-heat cooking or laminated dough. If avoiding synthetic growth hormones is important to you, choose certified organic or look for from cows not treated with RBST where available. If you are watching price, a good tactic is to keep one premium butter for finishing and one value 2 ingredient butter for everyday sautéing. That way you get both flavor and budget control without buying a spread you did not intend to buy. Here's the recap in a sentence each so you can decide quickly. Land O'Lakes sells both 2 ingredient stick butter and more processed spreadable or flavored variants, so grab the exact stick you want and read the panel. Country Crock is a plant oil spread, not butter, which is fine if that is your goal, but not a match if you want simple dairy fat. Challenge offers classic sticks and spreadable blends, so choose the sticks for baking and the blends only if you want a spread. I Can't Believe It's Not Butter is a spread engineered from oils and water, not a substitute for butter in high heat or pastry applications. Kerrygold is a tasty import associated with grazing, but not necessarily 100% grass-fed year-round, so buy it for flavor and performance. And read the claims carefully if you are paying for specific grazing metrics. Vital Farms pasture-raised butter is a solid pick if you want a pasture-forward program with transparency. Organic Valley pasture butter is a reliable option when you want USDA organic plus a pasture emphasis from a farmer co-op. If you found this helpful, drop your current butter pick in the comments and what you use it for. If you want a separate video comparing butter for croissants, pie crust, and cookies side by side, say the word and I will test bake with 3 fat levels and report flavor, flake, and spread. Thanks for watching. Stay curious in the aisle, read those labels, and cook something great tonight. Stay fabulous, stay curious.